guys, I am Chris Kaler.
And I'm Amber from Kyuujin Cosplay, and today we are back, guys, with Fate Zero, episode 9.
Last episode we had a breakdown from Kariya. All, orchestrated by Kirei.
Yeah.
He just played that man. He got him in the church where he put Tokyomi's corpse. And he was like, oh yeah, you'll get what you want. Just show up at midnight in this church. And then when he got there, he saw the corpse, and then Tokyomi's wife showed up, and she was like, are you satisfied? You killed him. And you left, his daughter without a father, and me without a husband, and she was basically losing it with reason, sort of. But then again, your husband was in a fight to the death.
His death was kind of expected at some point, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
And at the end of the day, it wasn't even Kariya who did it, but still, he was like, how can you defend him? And he kind of lost it because we found out he had a crush on her.
Yeah, she's not his sister.
She's not his sister.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, guys.
And he had a crush on her, and he wanted Tokyomi's life, basically. He wanted a wife, he wanted those kids. He never got that, and he was trying to do, well, that's the thing, he was trying to do this, like save Sakura and stuff, saying it was for her, for them, when in fact it was for himself, So the kind of breaking of all of this, the fact that she wasn't, happy about what he did, the fact that she wasn't supporting him, that broke him, and in turn he broke her, he killed her. And he lost it even more. So I don't know in which state of mind he's going to be this episode if we see him, but I do not think he's going to survive for much longer if he doesn't kill himself, because that could still happen. And while all of this was happening, Kirei was up there with Gilgamesh drinking wine, and he's like, oh, I think I like this taste. I think we gotta make sure to have it again.
I want some more.
This fucking bitch. So yeah, that happened. And besides that, we had Saber fight.
Irisviel got kidnapped too.
Well, yeah, but that was 2 episodes ago. So
she still got kidnapped, so we need to save her.
Well, we don't know where she is now. I don't know if they kept her, but doesn't matter much. Like they didn't take her for her. They just wanted Saber to face Ryder, which that happened. And Saber just showed Ryder that, it's fine if you give me a speech about not being a good ruler, but on a battlefield, I'll destroy you.
She's also the better rider between these two.
She pretty much destroyed the chariot.
She destroyed the chariot.
Yeah, that's cool. And he's like, okay, I still have like my noble phantasm of the illusion thing with the army. And he's like, the chariot is the only thing I'm willing to sacrifice against Saber. So that was cool. And yeah, this is pretty much where we are right now. Yeah, we'll see if someone else dies. We'll see how Kariya reacts to what happened last time. And if Kiritsugu can find his wife. Yeah, that's pretty much it. There's only 4 episodes left. So let's jump in this one, see what they do with these characters. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to know when these episodes come out, and check out our Patreon for the full reactions. Let's go! Let's go!
やっと着いた。おい、ウェイバー。おじいさん、何やってんだよ。いいから。まあお前も上がっておいで。ちょっと話をしよう。
Grandpa who's not grandpa. Maybe it's important.
The grandpa might say something meaningful like, with great powers come with responsibilities, son.
Dies right after, in true fashion.
一体いつからここにいるのさ。明け方に目が覚めてみたらまだお前が帰っていないもんだから久々に空でも眺めながら孫の朝帰りを待ってみようかと思ってな。
The fact that it's all a lie, though.
お前が小さい頃は何度もこうして
But we
一緒
didn't.
に星を眺めたな。朝と二人で日本に住むときは住まいはこの深山の丘に建てて必ず屋根に出られる天窓を
She's called Martha! Martha May! That's Spider-Man right there!
の屋根の上に
Martha May? That's from Grinch. Has nothing to do with Spider-Man.
What's the name of Spider-Man's
May? May?
本物の孫たちは
Martha
この屋根
May?
に来てくれたことなんて一度もないよ。わしが星を眺めるときはいつも一人きりじゃ。
Wait, did he say his real grandchildren?
So, he knows?
He figured it out. But he's still,
Cutting grandson?
talking to him, being nice to
ど
him.
うしてわしもマウスもお前さんのことを孫だと信じ込んでいたのか不思議ではあるが、お前さんわしらの孫にしてはちょっ
A
と
little too nice.
優しすぎたわな。
怒ってないんですか？
I think he's just confused.
ここは怒って当然のところなのかもしれんがな。ここ最近マーサのやつが本当に楽しそうによく笑うようになってな。見たところお前さんわしらに何か悪さをしようと思ってこの家に住み着いているわけでもなさそうだしな。
He just wanted free rent.
後ろはどうだろう。できることならもうしばらくこのまま続けてほしいんだ
He
が。
found a little family.
申し訳ないけど約束はできません。無事またここに帰ってこられる保証はないんで。
それがお前さんにとってどれだけ大切な事柄なのかはわからんが、人生長生きした後で振り返ってみればな、命と計りにかけられるほどの事柄
Are they setting this up for Waver to just give up?
You
think?
Because last episode, well, I mean, Ryder was also saying that chasing a dream that might not be there is not a future he would give him and stuff. Like,
Yeah.
are we setting up I give up thing? Because I'll be fine with this. I don't want them to die.
Me neither. He's too young for that.
昨夜から市街をくまなく巡ってアイリスフィールを探していますが、依然手がかりもなく、申し訳ありません。
Yeah, they kept her.
では何かあった時には以前のように霊樹による召喚も。
Could you try to at least work with her? No. She's like literally saying, like, we still hate each other. If you want me here, you use a command spell.
まもなく聖杯戦争は決着する。おそらくはこの私がアインツベルの悲願を遂げる担い手となることだろう。私ではそんなに不満かね。
私が聖杯を託すのはただ一人。お前の中身は全てエミやキリツグに見抜かれてるわ。彼はお前を最悪の敵とみなしている。
And honestly, we don't like what you're turning into.
それは私にとって
誰よりも彼とは程遠い男のくせに、キリツグにお前が見抜けたとしてもその逆はありえない。
He doesn't understand
あの人
Kiritsugu.
の心にあるものをお前は何一つ持ち合わせてはいない。
It's a bit sad because Kirei could have become Kiritsugu.
Yeah. And the reverse is also. The reverse is also true, yeah.
人間だ。だが私と奴とはどう違う。ただ殺戮
Bitch,
を
leave
繰り
her
返してきた
alone.
男があれほどの無気道が徒労が迷い人
He
で
had
な
a
くて何なのだ。
purpose. He is lost, but he has a purpose and he found love, which is something you don't have.
決は何を望んで聖杯を求める。
人類の救済、あらゆる戦乱と流血の根絶。
Which is the very thing you just said he spent his life doing.
なんだそれは。
お前にわかるはずもない。それがお前と彼との差。信念の有無よ。
That's why we support him instead of
人間
Kirei.
の本性だ。それを根絶するというのなら人間を根絶するも同然だ。
だからこそ彼はとうとう奇跡にすがるしかなくなったのよ。あの人は追い求めた理想のために常に愛する人を切り捨てる決断を迫られてきた。キリツグは理想を追うには優しすぎる人。いずれ失うと分かっていても愛さずにはいられない。
Oh, we know we had 2 episodes about this. Bitch, leave her alone. If you guys thought we could love this guy, I am hating him more and more. What the fuck? But then can she die like this? Can she truly die like this? She's not human. Did he just fucking kill her? Yeah?
それがエミやキリツグか。
What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck?
ついに言えたぞ。戦う意義を。エミやキリツグ。お前の理想。目の前で聖杯もろとも。こっぱみじんに。
That's it? That she's dead? It's over?
Yeah.
What the fuck? supposed to die. Not like this. She's supposed to be the vessel for the Grail. I don't think she can die like this.
Well, maybe her body can still be the vessel, but
すまんすまん。だがまあ今夜はいつもほど焦らず落ち着いて構えておこう。
Kirei fucking killed Irisviel. I'm not over this. Like.
なんとなくな。今夜あたりに決着がつきそうな予
Oh,
感がする。
really? We're having a like 4-episode finale?
oh man.
妙な魔力の波動だったな。以前にも似たようなのがあったが。何かの不調なのか。
色違いで4と7達成と勝利だよな。
要するに誰か気の早いやつが勝手に勝ち時を吠えとるわけだ。文句があるならここに来いと。あれは挑発であろうよ。今夜は決戦の大一番となりそうだな。
そうか。
We're about to lose a lot of people.
Oh, I know.
さあ目指す戦場が定まったとあれば、よもまたライダーのクラスに恥じぬ形で。
Just don't have a ride anymore.
By foot. No.
いでよ。
Now,
Ah,
he still has okay.
Okay.
何をグズグズしておる。
He's not going.
ここからは本当に強いものしかしちゃいけないんだろう。我がサーバントよ。ウェイバーベルベットが霊視をもって命ずる。
He's giving up. Is...
ライダーよ。必ずや最後ま
Okay,
でお前
he's
が
not
勝ち
giving
抜け。
up.
重ねて霊視をもって命ずる。ライダーよ。必ずお前が聖杯をつかめ。ライダーよ。世界をつかめ。失敗なんて許さない。
I kind of. There's a part of me that wish he was just gonna give up.
お前のマスターでもなんでもない。もう行けよ。
It's like you're strong. You deserve to go. I'm not.
deserve to
I
win.
stay here. You're his friend.
もちろん
Yours,
す
bro.
ぐにでも行かせてもらうが。
バカ
His whole purpose has been to teach him how to be strong.
霊視ないんだぞ。マスター辞めたんだぞ。なんでまだ僕を連れて行く。
Because you're a friend. You're a brother.
マスターじゃないにせよ。
Yeah.
世の友であることに違いがある。
This is literally the best friendship in this show.
I'm the annoying older brother. Come on.
Aww.
僕なんかで本当にいいのか。
There you are.
なんかの隣で僕が。
Oh.
あれだけ言うと共に戦場に臨んでおきながらな。
Literally, he forced you to
Yeah,
go.
he didn't have a choice, but he was still there.
貴様は今日まで世と同じ敵に立ち向かってきた。ならば友だ。胸を張って堂々と世に比類せよ。
Oh.
But that's how he ruled before, you know?
Yeah.
Being an example for people.
ではまず第一の霊樹に答えるとしようか。坊主、刮目して見届けよ。
It's gonna be the end. It's gonna be the last fight.
この僕の目の前で。
See, we kind of gave up the fight.
Yeah.
存分にやりたいというなら迎撃に出てもらおう。
よかろう。だが俺の留守にここを襲われた場合は。
その時は霊樹の助けを借りるが構わないかね。
許す。ただし聖杯の
I shall allow it.
今宵の俺は手加減抜きでいく。どうやら戦う意味については答えを得た様子だが、今でもまだ聖杯に託す祈りはないのか。
やはり願いなど思いつかん。強いて言うならこの戦いに余計な邪魔が入らないでほしいことくらいか。
やれやれ。やはりお前が心に秘めたものは聖杯の側に汲み取らせるしかあるまいよ。
Let the Grail make the decision.
もし仮に俺が戻るより先にセーバーが現れるようなら、しばらくバーサーカーと戯れさせてやるがいい。
Yeah, we gotta take care of that.
した。
Oh.
Shit.
What the fuck?
It's like attempt at making a perfect homunculus.
Yeah.
泣いているの？お母様。
She's her mom. She has her mom's face, but she has Kiritsugu's, you know.
ものすごく大きな塊が7つも入ってくるの。大丈夫。決してそんなことにはさせない。あなたがそれを見ることはないわ。
because that would be her destiny if they don't win.
It's just like in the third Resident Evil movie with all the many Alice copies. Poor other guy.
It's an old movie, I think, you know.
そんなはずは
Because, yeah, her body is dead, but she's still supposed to be the vessel, so she has a connection.
ここは聖杯の中万能の願望機がこの世のすべての嘆きを刈り取りすべての苦悩を取り払う終わりはもうすぐそこまで来ているわ
It's cool. It's creepy, but cool. What? The episode is over?
All the words evil.
These ones, like, we watch anime a lot, but
Yeah.
honestly, Fate Zero's episodes
They
go
went-
by so
they
fast.
Go by so fast, yeah.
Okay, I was not ready for Irisviel's
Not to
neck
get
to
like
break.
that.
But she's not technically, she's not dead.
Our body, sorry,
Her body's dead.
body's dead, but her
Yeah.
spirit still live inside the Grail.
Yeah, because she's connected to it. She's supposed to be the vessel.
That's fucked up.
But like, the thing is, of course, we knew eventually she was gonna die.
Not like that.
I know she had a purpose, and that purpose was to die for the cause. So we knew from the beginning. But there are good ways to die, and there are bad ways to die. And far away from Kiritsugu, in a meaningless way, by Kirei, as he's just having a fucking temper tantrum because he doesn't get his way and he doesn't understand Kiritsugu and stuff. It's bullshit. I know it's not her official death because it makes no sense to kill a main character like this, but it's still a death and it's bullshit.
Oh no.
And besides, we kind of needed Irisviel near Kiritsugu and Saber because unfortunately they can't work together and now like the whole team is breaking. So what is gonna happen? I don't know. The thing is, we definitely know Kiritsugu cannot win, and if he does, he's not gonna make the wish we think he's gonna make, because battles still happen. You know, there are other shows, there are other series in this universe, and fights still happen. So there's no way this ends with Kiritsugu making, you know, the wish of having no conflict. So either Kirei wins, which could happen technically, because since he doesn't know what he wants, he's the only one that could still surprise us, sort of. Although Waver is also sort of unsure. Like, his idea was to prove that he could do this fight, you know? And then when he was asked earlier, you know, what was going to be his wish and stuff, he was like, well, I don't really know. Like, usually mages wish for the root. But that's not his true wish.
Yeah.
So if he won, he could still come up with something interesting. But unfortunately, I don't think Waver wins. Because I think if it comes down to two of them, it's gonna be Kirei and Kiritsugu.
Yeah. Well, just right now, Waver just gave up on on the fight.
Well, yeah, but
he's not anymore Rider's master.
No, but what he means by that is that he cannot force Ryder to do anything anymore. He still is the master. Like, if Ryder was to win this, Waver would still be the one that, you know, makes the wish and stuff. But at the end of the day, he doesn't really know what he wants, so his wish could change things. It's just, I don't think Waver wins. I think Kirei would be a great surprise, having him win and then having the wish be something interesting, you know? But for that to happen, he needs to defeat the others, and I don't know if... I don't want him to beat Kiritsugu at all. So we'll have to wait and see. But I'm excited. I mean, we're gonna see it. It's happening tonight. But Kirei is pissing me off more and more. And I remember early in the show, I think, there was a comment, and I don't know if it was sarcasm or anything, but someone was commenting like, it's interesting to see people not liking Kirei. And I'm like, how can we not... hate him, especially now.
Okay. As usual, we don't like what he's doing. We like the character because he's a good villain character.
Some people sometimes will comment when we say stuff, you know, I mean, you're being rough on the character. And I'm like, it's not because we're being rough on a character that we don't understand the character. You know, we never really hate a character in a TV show.
We can appreciate them.
Yeah, I mean,
that's the word, appreciate.
He's definitely a good villain. in this story, and we never really hate a character. Like, I don't think it's ever happened, or rarely happened, that I truly hated a character.
No.
But, you know, and I definitely don't hate Kirei for real, but I hate him still, you know? I don't like him because he does shit like this, and I get why he's doing shit like this, because he's completely disconnected from his emotions. He doesn't really know where he's going, what he wants. He's discovering pleasure and stuff. Like, Gilgamesh is showing him a facet of humanity, you know, pervert, curiosity, and some emotions that he gets from seeing people suffer. But those emotions come from the fact that he himself doesn't know what he wants. So I think it's interesting for him. Like, he likes to see people with a strong need for something. Like, I say I want something, I'm gonna fight for that one thing because I'm passionate. And he's, considering he himself is pretty lost when it comes to desire, I think he finds it enjoyable to destroy that desire for others, you know? Because, like, he's thinking that, you know, if I take Kariya as an example, Kariya was giving it his all for something that turned out to not be for the reasons he was saying. So maybe for Kirei, there's an enjoyment in bringing that desire to light and showing it as a thing it's not, you know? Basically, calling Kariya a liar and being like, you were saying you were doing this for Sakura when in fact you're not. So I'm kind of putting your true intentions to light, and it's destroying you, and it's ripping you of your desire. And it's interesting for me because I don't have any desires, so because I'm like this, you have to be like this, you know. It would be a way to...
Some people do have a tendency when they are
suffering, others must suffer.
They want to, others must suffer just like them.
Yeah.
And it's also interesting the fact that, just like Irisviel said, both of them are so similar yet so different.
Well, with Kiritsugu, this makes sense because that's the only reason why you would be so... I mean, that's the only reason I can think of why you would be so obsessed with them.
Because both of them could have ended up like the others. Kiritsugu could have ended up like Kirei if he just lost his humanity, like didn't keep touch with his humanity.
Yeah, he was interested in him at first because they were similar. Like, he saw him as this guy who, you know, he wanted to know why he stopped killing mages, why he went with Irisviel, why he joined a mage family, because he spent his life killing mages, and he was like, you spent your life spreading death and misery around, so what made you stop? Like, what did you find? Because he was interested. He's like, I'm also living in this hell where there's no purpose, there's no, like, not that Kiritsugu didn't have a purpose, but it's like he didn't have any emotions to stop him from doing this, you know? And something changed him. As for Kirei, you know, he's living in this never-ending pit of nothing, where there's no emotions, where there's no purpose. And then he's like, if you found something that changed your way of seeing life, maybe that thing can change me too. But then he's finally finding it, and his reaction to it is to be like, well, bitch, I'm gonna destroy your dreams and reasons for fighting then. It's a childish reaction. He's like, you found something that you care about. And it's interesting too because he literally misread Kiritsugu, because Kiritsugu in his mind was a guy that wanted to spread death and fight, and in the end he turns out to be the guy whose wish is to bring peace. All, yeah. So he's like, it's kind of like the biggest lie or deception ever. And he's being pissed that Kiritsugu doesn't end up being as similar as he is. So he's like, he's acting up. He's acting out. He's like, oh, you found something that gives you purpose, and I still haven't, so bitch, I'm gonna destroy your purpose. How childish do you have to be?
He's envious.
He's envious, but he doesn't react the right way. Instead of wanting to destroy this, you should try and learn from it, not listen to Gilgamesh, and spread some fucking misery.
His mentor, Gilgamesh, is kind of a childish, petty one.
He is. He is.
No wonder he's becoming like that more and more.
Well, yeah, definitely. So like I said, I understand where he comes from, if I understood the character correctly, because there's always a chance I'm not reading him correctly.
Yeah, we could totally be out there.
Out there, like,
saying
we don't.
stuff that doesn't
It's not the same
saying
ballpark.
stuff that doesn't really make sense. Yeah.
But at the end of the day, that's what's fun about these shows and stuff, is we get to try and understand these characters and share this with you guys. And if you agree, that's great. And if you don't, we'll be interested in reading how you see these characters. But yeah, for me, he's a good character. He's got many layers, and it's interesting to dive into his psyche. But because of how he reacts, because of the actions he's taking, I cannot help but don't like him.
You can maybe say the fact that all of his life, or maybe from the moment that he realized something, he believed so hard that this is my reality. This is the only truth that I know.
The one thing
and
I
he's
will
being
say,
deceived. So he's lashing out.
The one thing I will
That's the
say
thing.
is I kind of wish we had a backstory episode about Kirei, like we did Kiritsugu.
We might.
Because that would be interesting. That's what, we understood Kiritsugu pretty well, to begin with, but having his backstory truly made us hurt for him, despite the stuff he said he was going to do and how he was going to do it. It's so easy to be on Saber's side when they're fighting, but I loved him from the beginning, so I was biased. But
He looked like a tortured soul, so of course you did.
yeah, I was biased, but if I hadn't been biased, it would have been too easy to be on Saber's side, and then you bring in the 2 episodes about his backstory, then we would have felt so bad for him. It would have changed our way of seeing the character. I think Kirei needs an episode about his past too.
And who knows, if we see his past, maybe we're gonna
Feel bad for him?
bad for him, and we will like him more. Who knows?
We will. I mean, I'm not willing to say I will like him more. I'm willing to say I will understand him more.
Okay, yeah.
But right now, he killed Irisviel because he didn't see a reason for her to be alive. He's completely devoid of empathy.
He's a practical man.
He's devoid of empathy. He's got one thing going for him, and it's his anger. It's his jealousy. And that's pushing him to do some terrible stuff. To everyone. Like, he literally manipulated Kariya into killing... Well, he didn't push him to do that, but he still set the scene, He pushed Kariya to do stuff. That's terrible. He's the one that backstabbed Tokyomi. He's the one that killed Irisviel. He's the one that wants to destroy Kiritsugu for no good reason.
Yeah.
And he manipulated Ryder and Saber to fight each other. He's been messing things up.
All right.
Okay, I feel like it's a short discussion, but we'll move on and watch the next one right away because we're getting to the last fight. It's gonna be it, and I'm excited to see how it ends. So, yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this episode with us. If you want to see the next one right away, it is on Patreon already. You can check it out. The link is in the description below.
And if you don't, the next one will be on YouTube next week, guys. So stay tuned. I'm gonna see you next time for the big fight.
Yes. Or flashbacks.
Oh,
Maybe.
Maybe. One of the two. Who knows?
Bye.